What happened in New Mexico?
In New Mexico, they had another was a small bait fish, silvery minnow, and I believe it was the Rio Grande River, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service was going to cut the water off to Albuquerque and to the adjoining farms, and Congress, in a bipartisan effort, and it almost passed with unanimous support in the Senate and Congress to prevent that from happening. And they had the water continue to flow down the sand.
The Congress can do that, and they were close to doing it, as he said, they were close to doing it for the Central Valley, and it was California Congress leader Nancy Pelosi and George Miller and Costa who sabotaged it, our own state-elected U.S. representatives. Those are the people that should have bullseyes on them. Okay, I'm going to take one more woman up at the top. Yes?
I've heard that the levees are really in trouble and that they're on the verge of just breaking, especially if we have an earthquake. How much truth is there to that? They're using that to say that we need to pass the water bill.
There probably is a lot of truth to that. I've been on the levees quite a bit. But I think the more important thing about the levees is I talked to a Senate person who represented Stockton, and they are so against the peripheral canal to convey water around the delta, which is fragile. And I told her that, you know, if global warming is real, if it's really real, the delta and the levees are a 3-inch drain, and Sierra Nevada is a 5-inch hose, and you'll wipe the whole delta out, even if you rebuild it.
Okay, and I think, do we have time? Where are you, Linda?
One more quick question.
Okay, one more quick question. I'm going to take that gentleman right there.
I'm a small farmer in the San Joaquin Valley. I was up there last year trying to find my grove, and of course, I don't compare with these people with 1,000 acres. The American dream. You buy a piece of property, you put your labor into it while you're young, and when you're old, you can retire on it. And of course, I turned it over to other management. I was up there last year trying to run my farm, and of course, I'm too old. But the bottom line, there is a drought in the valley. The Walden table is dropping. We have a well, and my neighbors have wells, but the water table is dropping. In the last 20 years, it has dropped tremendously. We do have a water problem in the valley, and my question is to the people, Larry and Jim, you're large farmers, and you've got millions of dollars invested. And I'm just back there as a small farmer saying, oh, what's the use? Do you feel that way?
Well, first of all, I'm not a large farmer, but why is the groundwater going away? Because they're not delivering the surface water to us. Right. We're relating to trying to survive with drawing more water from the underground that's being naturally replenished. And it's all over the valley, and it's going to continue to get worse until we change the people who are making the decisions. We have to change, and we're going to change our congressman. He did not represent our interests. We're going to change Barbara Box. Yeah. She's not representing our interests. And the drought this year, there's flood releasing going on as we speak on the Sacramento River and on the San Joaquin River, and these folks are only getting 30% of their water. That's not a drought. That is a political drought.
You know, the cities north and the north, with all of the Democratic leaders that have been, taking the water and flushing it out into the ocean and using it to attract, industry to their communities, they developed and they did not improve their infrastructure for waste management and waste treatment. And if they had to and pay for it out of their own revenues instead of having all of California do so, and then stop stealing the water from the Southern California from the farmers, it would cost them what, $200, or maybe how much would it cost them, Russ, per to redo their facilities? If they had to upgrade their waste treatment facilities so that the waste that is going into the delta that is killing off a lot of the fish in the delta, if they improve the infrastructure and they were going to pay for it, instead of allowing that toxin to, to go into the delta and using the water that isn't being delivered to the farmers to flush it out somewhat, but they're only diluting it.
There's two ways to look at that cost. It would be cheaper for Sacramento to clean up the water and make it reusable, and it would filter out, and you have communities like your own down here are doing that. And then any of the pollutants that are in the water, they need to be properly disposed of. Okay, they can do that a lot cheaper than desalinization. So that's the choice for us in California. If you don't get fresh water, you're going to have to go spend twice as much to desalinate. They can treat that water properly and then dispose of the water safely and the pollutants. Sacramento Regional Wastewater Facility, they say that it might cost them upwards of $1 billion in infrastructure to properly handle that. They claim that they would have to raise their sewage rates to their customers by $40 a month, something in that range, and they say that that's just too expensive. And let me relate to you, because you folks are already paying $250 million extra a month. For them, they have 1,500,000 customers at $40. That's what, $60 million a month times 12. That's $720 million a year. They're looking at it, and this is why they spend a lot of money to fight us. They try to discredit us, because that $720 million is being spent in their area for pizzas, for clothes. They're getting by cheap, and they're growing their economy at our expense. And that all we're asking is they need to turn off those sewage pumps, clean up the water, discharge it safely, and it's going to be better for everybody in California.
I want to expand on that.
Thank you.
Because you have to be very careful when we state that because of the sewage that's going into the delta, and they're not willing to pay for cleaning that up, that issue, that sewer water, untreated water going into the delta, is also an issue for me as a farmer on the east side. Just as more storage on our rivers is an issue to me and to them. You have to find a comprehensive solution. I'm willing to spend my tax dollars to help them clean up their sewer. If they're willing to spend their tax dollars to help us get more storage and conveyance. So it's a trade-off. But if we keep fighting one region against another region, we're not going to get anything accomplished. And I was told point blank in Sacramento, that's how they like to do things. They want to keep the resource. We never will solve an issue like a statewide water issue. Yeah. The water issue is much more than your incorporated cities and us farmers. It also includes the Sierra Nevadas. 60% of our water comes from the Sierra Nevadas. We got our forests are overgrown. They're just powder caves waiting to burn up that don't retain any water. We can manage our forests and increase our water supply by 20%. So it's got to be a comprehensive plan that includes the guy up there in the far northeast corner of the state, as it does the rest of the Central Valley, you in Los Angeles, or you in Sacramento. We have to approach this thing on a comprehensive plan, or all we're going to do is have our politicians to fight us. It's like bringing a salmon fisherman into our meeting in Santa Clara. You know, the environmentalists have just as much to gain from this as everybody else does. It's a win-win situation for everybody. So, but we got to think as a whole.